Everything makes us think of Mackinac Island.
Because we love it there.
We haven't really explained anything about this park yet.
It's a ghost town.
Yeah, there's a ghost town here. That's what it's known for.
And it's actually in really good shape. It's not like some ghost towns you go and it's just a little foundation that's left, or
Right.
or it's really rickety. You can walk in these buildings.
Yeah, it's not the ghost town you think of, like out west with the tumbleweeds and in the OK Corral or anything like that. It's a lot of old buildings, and but they've been archaeologically preserved. I don't know if that's the right
Yeah,
term.
because they're not fully restored or anything.
It's a lot of really well-preserved buildings, brick buildings and whatnot, and the town where people lived, and it's just a really cool place. And it's right on the edge of Lake, well, no, not Lake Michigan, Big Bay Denac.
Which is right there.
Oh, check this out. Look at those roots growing out of that rock. This is cool. You can come out here, just hang onto a tree. I don't know why she's nervous. Just because we're standing on an overhang. Yeah, she's not scared.
Help!
Right.
No, that's scary. Look at, we're off to the edge.
Yeah?
Ah, you keep tripping.
It's just, those are managed falls. And got it. If you're gonna do it for me, you gotta do it for the camera.
We're on vacation. We're on vacation. Okay, turn it on.
Teardrop. Home sweet home. Dinner is thawing. Michelle puts a lot of work into meal prep for these trips.
Soft, we can put it
Is it good enough to warm up?
Yep.
Okay, good. Let's do that.
Yeah. Getting ready to take some pictures.
I am. I'm hoping for some nice sunset light to hit those rocks over there, the Dolomite Cliffs. It may or may not happen, but there's light hitting them right now. But when the sun gets close to setting, I'm hoping there will be some nice orange light, you know, sunset light hitting them. And I'm going to do a long exposure on the water, and we'll see what happens. I think it'll look cool with all those old, I guess, pier posts that are still in the water. It's very nice down here, quiet.
It is. You know, when we came down here a couple hours ago, the parking lot was full.
Yeah.
And now it's almost empty. Dennis trying to walk through goose poop to get the right shot.
There's not as much goose poo down here on the stones, but it's hard to walk. Everything's loose except for the big stuff. So we'll see if that affects the pictures at all.
It's a really nice backdrop.
I think so. don't know if that'll show up or not.
My husband again carrying things because my arms are getting tired.
Yeah. It's all right.
Thank you, sweetie.
Oh, you're welcome. Live to do things for you.
Really?
Absolutely.
It's our first morning at Fayette Historic State Park, and the last thing you want to have happen is to get this voicemail.
Call me or text me when you get a chance.
So we panicked a little bit, and then I had this text come through from our oldest son. Our bathroom is flooded, and it's dripping in the basement too. We put towels everywhere, and I'm not sure what else we could do. We're going to church, so text, don't call. We think we have it under control. And I couldn't respond because we don't have any Wi-Fi or cell coverage at our campsite.
Yeah.
But there is Wi-Fi at the visitor center, which is very close by, maybe a couple miles down the road.
Oh,
so
no. It's
mile?
like, it's 3/4 of a mile at the most.
Okay, let my engineer husband correct my distance. But we jumped in the car and flew to the visitor center so that we could try to communicate with him. And fortunately, he did call us back, and we were able to kind of talk him through the process and everything. But so we think we're good. But that was how we started our first morning at Fayette Historic State Park.
Yeah, it's just one of those, when you have people staying at home, both our boys are young.
19 and 20.
Yeah, they're young adults. They don't travel with us anymore. They have their own lives, but it's just one of those things that you have to kind of prepare for, I guess. And maybe we didn't.
Oh, honestly, I think it's, as long as it really is under control and we don't get another panicked text when they get home from church.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of a good thing. It doesn't sound like there was major damage. I mean, water through the floor is never a good thing, but if it was a limited amount and they've got it cleaned up.
Right.
We were able to kind of talk them through it a little bit, and my thought was if we'd been home and that happened, they would have been happy to turn it over to us.
Yeah, and we probably would have done it.
And we probably would have jumped in. And so it's kind of good for them.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
a good experience for them to be able to handle it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the beginning of our morning.
Yeah.
The rest of the day will probably be a little bit less exciting, hopefully. But I think we're planning to get some hiking in.
But it's also going to be kind of a laid-back day because we want to rest up, because tonight should be kind of clear. It's supposed to be mostly clear, and we might go out and get some star shots or moon shots or something like that. So.
And if all goes well, sometime this week, when we're up here in the UP, we will see the Northern Lights. That's my
That would be cool.
dream.
I
I've
think-
wanted to do that my whole life.
I kind of think we're in a good spot for that.
I hope so. Or I should go.
Yes, pray. So out there would be, I believe, Green Bay. But then there's part of more of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. I think that's another peninsula that comes down off the bottom of the southern part of the Upper Peninsula. I know that's really convoluted way to say it.
Would that be the area that had that lighthouse that we visited before?
Yeah, I think there's a lighthouse right out at the end of that there that we drove to one time. And then Big Bay de Noc is this out here. On the other side of the peninsula would be Little Bay de Noc.
Okay. What is this all in right in here then?
Well, I'm not real sure. I know when you get around to the historic town site, which is around that peak over there, that is Snail Shell Harbor.
Okay.
But I don't know what this is called here.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up, and we'll put it right here. So there is a boat launch here. A lot of people doing some kayaking. Or a couple of people anyway.
We're itching to try kayaking.
Yeah, we're just trying to find the right opportunity and right time and place to do it. As we approach an empty nest, we expected we'd be a lot more confident about who we are and what we've accomplished so far in life. But in reality, we still have so many questions that fill our minds. Have we prepared our kids for adulthood, and will they make good life choices? Did we do enough as parents, and were we decent role models? Of course, we want our sons to be capable of adulting without us, but them wanting our advice now and again wouldn't be all bad either. Preparing ourselves for an empty nest not only means opening ourselves up to new things, it also means preparing to surrender some of what was. To let go of some of our responsibilities as parents and trust that we did the best we could. Trust that our boys have learned most of what we tried to teach them. And trust that God will make up the difference. If you travel without your kids, leave a comment with a surprise call you've received from them while you're on the road. What have you been doing to prepare your kids for adulthood? I know that's a loaded question, but leave a comment with just one thing you're doing. In our next video, we'll continue to explore more of Fayette Historic State Park with some hiking and night photography in the ghost town. Ooh, that sounds fun. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when it comes out. Also, if you like our videos, please feel free to subscribe. See you next time.